Now, Jacob Tutu was one of those shows I had growing up, and it was a show that was weird in its own way, but for all people who haven't watched it, it's a show about this kid who lives in Canada, as I remember it, and he goes to school and stuff, but weird things do occur, or they try to figure out something, and it's mostly based off this kid named Jacob Tutu, and his family and his friends and everything. There's a lot of characters, so pinpointing a main character is hard. And there was his family, which is his older dad, his dad, which was he was a writer. His mom, I think she was a accountant or a stay-at-home mom. I don't really remember that much about her. Then his older brother, which was that stereotypical, bad boy plus goth guy, I think it was. They were trying to pull off with him. He wasn't that much goth, but he was more like that bad boy stereotype, I remember. And then his older sister, which I don't know what they were trying to do with her. I just know that she was that weird, girly girl, but she wasn't a girly girl. She was one of the other girls. I don't know what to put her, as they were trying to stereotype her. But then you got, I forgot, the twins. There was the twins in there that was, I don't know. Then there was Jacob, and they had a pet, as I remember it. Maybe they did. I don't really remember because it's been a couple years since I watched the TV show. But then you had Jacob's friend, the Shane character, as I like to call him. Everyone should know who, Shane from, that one TV show, Jimmy Neutron, the Shane character. Then they had the super smaller character, which was his other friend. Then he would do missions for his next door neighbor, which was a spy. Yeah, his next door neighbor was a spy. Then there was this another neighbor. She was a villain. Then they had the teacher, which was this woman who was like that typical mean teacher, but she was like, I hate my job teacher. Mix of that monkey teacher from Gumball and that teacher from the Very Odd Parents. Now, I will say I did not grow up with these cartoon Very Odd Parents or whatever. Only way I know of them is mostly off reviews off YouTube or years later watching them on either Hulu or Netflix or whatever. So yeah. But Jacob Tutu was a show you could easily follow the plot, what was going on. They did not draw it out, and the episodes were worth watching. Then, some topics, some episodes were, I forgot one character. Hold up. There was the principal. Oh my god, the principal. I don't mean because he's later ending. He was the worst person in the whole TV show. that I remember. Him and Pussy was dating the teacher. But this show was mixed between, yeah, some supernatural stuff happened, but some of the episodes were like just a normal day that something, happened, like them going to a wrestling thing. Like one of those weird days was like episodes were like they went to a wrestling thing and Jacob gets in the ring with the guy. Turns out the big masked guy was actually the janitor the whole time, pretending to wrestle. Hiding his identity when he knew how to wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Just those plots were like, yeah. Then they had like, I want to consider a normal episode would be like them selling candy episode that turned from normal to weird. As I remembered it. Some episodes were nice and calm, but some episodes were like questionable. It was a weird show on its own, but it did not like go all the way to like weird, and it did not go all the way to boring. It was a nice TV show to get into. And one episode I want to bring up that I did hate, or was like, oh my god, why? Was the episode where the principal was having a fundraiser, so he called it, saying they were going to help these kids, and Jacob finds out he was not using the money to fundraise. He was using the money to buy him a new hot tub to put in his office. Yeah, I get it. Like, this could happen in a school system, but like, huh? I did not really follow this episode, and I really hated it, as I'm remembering. But yeah, that was one of the episodes that were, one of the episodes I did hate, but I was like asking myself, why don't they do this more on TV? Showing that this could happen. But anyway, that will be Jacob Tutu's review.